Hello, hello, and welcome to another monthly product update. Where in June, we push this one back 1 week from normal because we have lots of big updates for you. We have multiple teams working on multiple updates. I've been saying for the past few months that we're just going to be on a roll with updates, and this is definitely true. We have a lot for you this month. We have a lot for you next month. So I'm excited for this one. We have a lot of good updates for everybody, all types of users. So let's get into it and let's talk about what we have built for you. All right, first, we're starting with Wized. We have several large updates coming here for you. Releasing this month on Monday, we have branching. Branching is huge. It is going to really take Wiz to the next level. So let's look at what branching looks like. Look, you can see the video is making a new branch name and then able to go and edit and work on that branch without influencing the the primary branch. So here we go, adding some code here, and then going to go and merge the branch and look at that beautiful UI, seeing the change that's happened and the ability to merge and delete. Look at that. That is awesome. That is, really going to take development and Wiz to the next level. It's now turning it into a more, let's say, developer friendly experience. All right, releasing this month, we have also Wized AI. This is also coming Monday. We're releasing it under beta. Let's take a look at Wized AI. There we go. We can ask some questions. We can ask it how traditional code works in Wized, how you can change things for Wized, how to do things. And Wized AI will actually go and execute those updates for you. So we're still testing some things out. We're grooming the system for you. And that's coming Monday. So that's also going to be a huge update here, being able to communicate with something that can help without waiting for support. Access starts today through Monday. We are starting beta access today. That is going to go through Monday. That's both for branching and Wized AI. So that's going to be behind a beta flag, and power users can go and test before the full deploy to the general public. So if you want to be one of those power users, if you want to test before that full deploy, go ahead, fill out the form for access. We'll go and share that inside the chat here. And if you're a Wiz user, you know these are huge updates. So great job, Wiz team. This is awesome, taking the platform to the next level. And if you are interested in learning about Wized, that's another big update that we have for you. Releasing this month, sometime next week, we are launching Wized Academy. You'll be able to sign in, take lessons, track progress, and more. We're going to release a fundamentals course next week, and we are going to continue working on intermediate and advanced courses. So we want to get more people learning how to use Wiz. Once you learn it, your career changes, and we want to help guide people to do that. Okay. Oh, nice little visual here. So if you're familiar at all with our client first certifications, we use some of the same visuals here, and now you can be Wized certified expert through the academy. So that's great. That's sort of product development, platform development for those people who are really trying to integrate it into their workflow. Okay, what we're working on this month, workflows. That's a nice one. It's going to allow you to set up workflows inside your apps, a series of events that happens, and you can go and reuse those. We'll also be working on the new AI app integration where you can prompt any AI directly from the front end. Now that we release branching and Wized AI chat, this now frees us to continue working on this prompt AI directly from the front end. We've had this on the to-do list for a few months now. Now we're actually going to go for it. It's going to be a nice one. And then, like I said, those advanced courses for Wized Academy. this is going to be a great way to really get into Wized. Okay, that's it for Wized. Let's move it on to components. Okay. For components, we also have some huge updates for you. We released some big things this month, and they are live today. Instagram feed and library. Instagram feed, it is going to be the coolest, best way to build an Instagram integration to your Webflow site. And then library, a great way to reuse and to easily add components to your project. So let's get into it. Instagram feed. If you're in the chat and you like the idea of Instagram feed, if you've implemented it before, I think you're really going to like this because previously we've heard so many stories of very challenging ways to implement Instagram. So with Finsweet components, you just add it to Webflow in a few clicks. You're going to get your access token, you're going to configure some settings, and then generate it to the page. No third-party apps, no CMS sync. It is much more lightweight, simple, native, and just feeling totally integrated into Webflow. And your access token will be immediately secure for publishing and team collaboration. So we're not going to expose that key at any time. Complete content control. You can choose how many posts to display in your feed. You can toggle on and off content like header, like counts, comment counts, and descriptions. You can also set whether click posts open in a lightbox on the site or or redirect to Instagram. So you really get a lot of control here and make it look custom, right? We don't want these kind of um, widget looking UIs. We want it to feel like it's part of our project, like it's part of our brand. And you'll be able to do this with all of these settings. Look how customizable this is with turning on and off these different elements. And then you can go and create it. And there we go. We have an Instagram feed on the project. We press publish and we are live with the feed. So this is really going to feel like a native integration with full design freedom. It is not a widget. And I think when you go to a lot of other Instagram solutions out there, I would say most of them are widgets. You copy the embed code, you paste the embed code, and you have a couple of controls for CSS. And for those people that really like to customize their site, that really like to make every part of the site feel like the brand, you can't really do that with the widget approach. So this is not a widget. This is a native element. You actually feel and touch those elements inside the Webflow Elements panel, inside the Styles panel. You get to really control everything. So there's no limitations. You get full layout control. You can style the first post as the template, and all the templates, all the other posts follow that template. You can also choose between a grid layout or a slider. So let's go and look at what this looks like. Here we go, grid or slider, and that integrates really nicely where you really get a lot of control of how people view your content, right? Maybe you don't want a grid of 30 posts on your page, but you would gladly have a slider of 30 posts. So a lot of design control here. And like you see, it goes right into Webflow and we can click on the elements. Click on them. There is no embed. I love it. So this is a big release. We're going to do more like this. And Instagram was the first one, the most suggested. You can update styles and settings. There's edit mode. You can add multiple feeds to your site. So maybe you have different areas of the page where certain posts make sense, or certain feeds make sense, or different feeds are totally customizable. And then on top of that, an API. So you can really customize this how you'd like. And Finsweet Components does like 99% of the work. Well, really 100% of the work in most instances. All right, let's go to components library. Library, that's a big one. This one we've been working on for a while, and the intention is to Um, to build a strong system for all the components that we make afterwards. So our library of components is, let's say, on the smaller side. But as we grow to more components, this library will be in place for all releases. It's going to allow you to access pre-made components like sliders, marquees, Instagram feeds, and all the other components that we make. You can mark components as favorites for quick access and then paste components to the canvas without any configuration. And that also includes for project to project. We're working on great ways to share between projects, to access components between projects. But this first library release, it's on the simple side and it allows you to access pre made components. Very, very nice workflow. And it really goes towards our goal of making components the easiest and most seamless way of getting JavaScript components in your project. So, big release, loving it. There's a lot more to come to this feature set, and let's look at what we have released today. So you can see we have marquees, we have sliders. I click on a marquee and I can go and generate that. I can generate it as CSS, CMS, or static. And there we go. I go add it to the page. I press generate, and that's it. It's added to the page. I don't have to go in and go through the configurator. So you can go in the builder and configure everything, or you can go in the library and go and favorite things. We're not releasing this today, but we are going to release very soon ways to save components and ways to share them between sites. So there's a lot more coming. Uh, Today, you'll be able to update all component instances across your site. So instead of going and making a config change to the 10 sliders, you can make them all together. You can also update individual components when you need targeted changes, just like how CSS works. You can go and change the class or go and create a combo class or a new class. We have the same type of thought process for how you can go and edit components here. Let's take a look at this new UI inside components where we're showing you the instances for each of your components. We have this marquee on the page and it will show you that it's on this page and it's also on another page. And you can go and update both of those instances or update only that instance. Updating the speed, making any kind of changes, and then making a new marquee, right? Let's call it, we're creating a new CSS class with a new instance name. And now we have a unique marquee somewhere else in the site. So this is just a small preview of all the things that we're working on. This is what we're releasing today, and we're very happy about it. This is a good step in the right direction for really taking control of JavaScript components in your project. We also have smart component scanning where you can find all the components in your project. You can look at draft pages, password protected pages. You can clean up your project by using unused components. Again, part of this management system. Let's take a look at that. So a lot of times we make things and decide, hey, we're actually not going to use that anymore. So at the end of the project, you can go and scan your project, look for any unused components, broken components, anything that you may want to clean from the project, and we can go and clean that. Again, very similar to how CSS works. We took a lot of inspiration for cleanup methods and stuff like that. So towards the management. We want component management to be seamless in the project you're working on and across all of the other projects. Okay, what we're working on this month for components is a new agency plan pricing model. We've heard lots of people, lots of feedback. We know that we need some type of agency plan. And I'll say it's kind of hard to release those plans when you have just one component releasing or two components releasing. But very soon we're going to release more and more components, and then it makes sense to have now this agency plan where we have grouped components, even unlimited use. So we are working on that. We're talking about it. It may come next month, it may come the month after, but we will release an agency plan, not only for components, but for other Finsweet products as well. We'll also be working on YouTube feed. So think of everything that you just saw uh, for Instagram, but instead for YouTube. That's going to be very useful. I know we're going to want that on the Finsweet site. You get to just have a display, a grid of all that content. So that's great. Big cookie consent updates. We have a lot coming to cookie consent. Huge updates. I don't want to ruin it for you, but if you're a cookie consent user, you should come next month. We have a lot of good updates. We're expanding the system, and we have some internal and external changes that we need to share. And also, we're working on the full release of the library, team sharing, folders, component management features. We'll be rolling these out over the next few months. And again, that goal is to just have seamless management. So even sharing between team members sounds pretty cool. We're also adding new developers to the code base. Components is officially a success. We're making money, successful. So we've now decided to add developers to the code base. We're now going to create more components for you. So that is it's a process. You can't just pick a developer and say welcome. Right now, we're preparing the code base for new developers. We are looking for new developers, and we are going to hopefully have a lot more component releases throughout this year. We also have a poll for you, our first poll, and it's what should we build next for components? We've been asking this question. We sent some emails out about it. We're recording all the responses. Whoops. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I had an automatic resize on my Mac there, which was not what I wanted. But we're back. I'm here. We have this poll, and we're just recording all the responses that we want to know what we should build next. When we bring in these new developers, when we finish the YouTube feed, what are we doing next? Automated tabs, like kind of a full suite tab solution, CMS search, CMS maps, upload files, custom video player, countdown timer, and tooltips. What do you want? What's your biggest pain right now? What do you really not like implementing out of all of these different solutions here? That's what we're asking you. That's what we're looking for. And we're compiling all the people who respond in this stream, in other streams, in the email blast. And we will prioritize based on what you like. And also, if you want to talk about it in the chat, if you want to share like I don't know, specific stories or just give shout outs to the components that you want, go for it. Would love to see what you're thinking. All right, let's continue here. That's it for components. We had big release days for Wized and components. The teams were working a lot to get to where we are today. So great job. Really excited about it. And let's now move to client first. Client first, we are definitely working on updates. These are ongoing. We are actively voting on the newly proposed updates to client first. There is a list of new updates coming. They are great. And if you want to be part of it, you can. You can test the new beta clonable with updates. You can also join us in Slack to chat about client first. You can be part of these updates. You can talk with people at Finsweet to talk about what you want and put things into voting. So we'll share that link in the chat. We're going to leave this poll open, by the way. We'll leave the poll open until the end of the stream and really think about it. It's an important one. We want to make sure that we're building what you want. Okay. Attributes. Last item here. Attributes. It's going to get a thank you slide. The launch was totally successful. We launched and we are actively addressing feedback. We're fixing bugs. We're improving documentation. And it's all because of you. So thank you for the tremendous reception, the positive feedback on new features, and telling us where we can improve. It's a lot of content, a lot of work. There's so much that goes into it. And of course, we miss things. Of course, we explain things in not the best way. So your input helps us make these updates and it helps drive the roadmap. So want to give a big thanks to everybody who's just contributed to helping us update the docs. We're really excited about it, and yeah, it was a big success, right? It's nice when you're working on something for so long and the launch was actually a success. So thank you. All right, let us continue here. Oh, we got one more update. The Finsweet Referral Program, that's going to launch today. We're launching 30% commission on all Finsweet product referrals, everything. So if you want to make some extra money, we have people doing this with Wized right now, and now we are going to open it up to all products. And we are going to be expanding our pricing options for components. There's a lot of opportunity coming. This is going to be integrated into Finsweet account in the future. We're really going to focus on this referral program. So 30% across all products. We have personalized referral links for each user, so you can share your link and people will sign up and you'll get credit for it. You can get started today at affiliates.finsweet.com/signup. That's the link right there on the screen. And also existing Wiz referrals maintain 50% commission rate until 2025. And then after that, it goes all to 30 because with our referral platform, you can only have one percentage. So flat 30 across the board. All right. Thank you. See you at the next monthly product update. This was a good one. Big updates. Would love for you to like this video if you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed the releases, if you're excited to use something that we talked about, give us a like. Go and answer the poll. Keep talking about it in the chat. We have people here at Finsweet are going to be watching or looking at the comments. So go ahead and go ahead and interact. We're here. We're listening. And thank you very much. We'll see you next month.